What's going on, Pokemon fam? Hope you're all having a great one today. So, in today's video, guys, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys in a podcast form like this. It's been a while since I've done this, but I wanted to come on here and just discuss my thoughts and something that has been on my mind for a bit. And that's the new Scarlet and Violet. The new Scarlet and Violet set. And I, from what I've observed, right, these past few weeks since the launch of Scarlet and Violet, actually, it's been a month now. I'm looking at the date, it's the 25th. And it's very important to realize where this set is at right now because I think right now we're seeing some really um some all-time lows as far as like a new Pokemon launching, a new Pokemon set launching, and for it to be this low in the market price. Because initially Scarlet and Violet, if you guys haven't known, this obviously with inflation, Pokemon Company already announced before this set even came out that the Pokemon sets are gonna go up by like what was the percentage? Like 5-10%. So initially it went from like $120 like for an average box to now being like 130, right? That doesn't even include like tax. And if you're buying, a booster box offline, you gotta include the shipping and whatever your sales tax is, depending what state you live in, right? So, but let's just take the example of just like walking to your local game store and you just pay tax, right? So initially, this box is right around 130, 135 before it came out, before launch, right? Before it came out, right? And obviously, we knew that once a new set launches, there's going to be dips, right? There's going to be dips in all the cards. Once all the cards and all the whole set hits the market, we all know there's going to be dips in the sealed product a little bit. Not that much, it shouldn't be drastic. Most of the time, the drastic drops that we see in a brand new Pokemon set is the actual cards, right? And we've seen that on both sides, the sealed product, the booster box, and in the cards themselves, which is a little odd, right? Because it's only been less than a month since the set's been out. And this is a brand new era, right? This is not a new Sword and Shield product, right? It's brand new. Brand new era, brand new block. So we have seen probably like a 20% drop in the actual sealed product itself, which is a lot. This is the most I've ever seen on any Pokemon sealed product that has dropped this much, this quick. Usually we won't, like usually on a sealed product, right? On a booster box. Usually the price stabilizes, right? The price dips a little bit during launch, and then it kind of just stabilizes, right? And then right around like maybe 2 to 3 months, we will know just by the cards and packs and booster boxes that have been bought and opened, and just the sentiment, the public sentiment of that actual set, whether if it was a great set, a good set, a decent set, or a bad set. Usually it takes about 3 months to know all that data that I just named off of, right? And that will determine whether or not that booster set, right? That new set that came out is going to skyrocket or is it going to just kind of collapse? A great example of a couple sets that have collapsed in the Sword and Shield recently was the Fusion Strike Astral Radiance, right? Before these markets are going up right now for all Sword and Shield product, but I'm just saying before that happened, right? Before the upticks that are happening right now, those sets were kind of just like the decent kind of bad sets, in my opinion, right? Then you got the Brilliant Stars, obviously Evolving Skies, um, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest. Those sets are going up in price, and obviously with Evolving Skies, that price is skyrocketing. The last 2 years it's been out, so the question is, why is Scarlet and Violet dropping so much? Right, that's a very good question, and I don't think people are putting two to two together. Why it's dropping so drastically, and people are going to make the claim that okay, well, it's inflation. Okay, that could be true. Inflation, that's going to be dollars being allocated on other things because with inflation, obviously, it's more things are going to be a lot more expensive, which is going to be more dollars coming out of your pocket, right? Uh, and this is a luxury type thing. Pokemon's luxury, right? When you're talking about inflation, right? People are going to allocate their expenses on their necessities before they put their stuff on luxury, right? So that could be the case, right? But I don't think that is, in my opinion, right? Because people love Pokemon. People will buy Pokemon no matter what the price is, right? We love Pokemon. We love the cards. We love the collections. We love investing our time and our energy into Pokemon. So I don't think it's inflation, right? Even though that's a good reason to indicate like why is the price dipping, because the reason why the price is dipping is because the supply is high for this new Scarlet and Violet set. That just indicates that distribution is not, uh, you know, it's not distributing as much as it probably intended, right? And for that case, that's why there's a lot of supply, then the price is going to be very low, right? If the demand was very, very, very high, like a Crown Zenith, where the supply is just out, right? It's like completely just gone, right? Then the price is going to obviously go up. So that's my point. Why is it going down? Okay, people will say inflation. You know, people just don't have enough money to buy this stuff, right? I think, my opinion, this is going to be very far fetched, but listen to my points. This is going to be a very good claim. Now, I could be completely wrong, right? But this is not something that should be just brushed aside, right? Like, oh, you're crazy. Scarlet and Violet, the Japanese sets that came out, and the last 4 months, right? I actually sell Japanese product. If you guys go on my little bit through my shorts, you see that I get inventory coming in for my Japanese products that I sell, and I'm a Japanese vendor, I would say, right? A U.S. Japanese vendor. Okay. Scarlet and Violet came out in the Japanese set probably 3 months before the American set came out, right? This set dropped right around like maybe end of December, like beginning of January, okay? And there was so much hype behind it. There was so much hype to the point where right now Japan just announced that they are out of Japanese cards. Like they have not the prints, they're out. Like they're out of their inventory. Their printing press, they can't catch up because there's just too much demand for that product. So my point is that Scarlet and Violet came out in Japanese, right? The Japanese sets came out a few months before the American set. Would you conjure in your mind that would it be hard to believe that this set is already kind of basically after everyone opened up their booster boxes and people bought Japanese and stuff, and it was so easy to get Japanese product now, easier than it's ever been ever before. Is it so far fetched to assume that were already over Scarlet and Violet like a month and a half before the American came out because they are the exact same cards, just in Japanese. Yeah. And by the time the American came out, people have already went through the experience of Scarlet and Violet. They've already opened the packs. They've already opened up their favorite cards. Okay, they've already had the experience 3 months before the American set came out. So that has to make you think: is this going to be the new trend going forward with the new Pokemon sets for the new Scarlet and Violet era, for the new Scarlet and Violet block, right? Because the next set that's coming out, which is in June for American, is Padella Evolved. Padella Evolved is going to be Triplet Beat, it's going to be Clay Burst, and it's going to be the Snow Hazard. All three of those Japanese sets are all going to be in Padella Evolved, right? So that is my theory of why Scarlet and Violet, the American set, is so low. Right now, it's sitting at $113 for a booster box. You can go on TCG Player. You can go on TCG Republic. That's another outlet like TCG Player to know the market prices and stuff. You can go on all these outlets, and the price is going to be similar to TCG Player, which is $113. Compared to where it was like 134 before it came out, and it's dropped 20%. So you have to think to yourself that this theory that I've come up with is not too far-fetched. And is this going to be the new trend for American product? Is American product going to be dead? Because Japan knows. Japan already knows that this stuff has crept into the American markets as far as Japanese being widespread throughout the United States. It's easier to get now. People are going to want it either way. Yes, the Japanese product is more expensive than it was 3-4 years ago. But that is just how economics work. When the demand is that high, and even Japan announced themselves that they are out, they're going to have to raise the prices, right? or the prices are going to be volatile, right? Depending on like what seasons and stuff, and like if people want a particular set or not, right? So that is my thing. Is this going to be the new trend for American product? Because like I said, Japan already knows the trend. Japan is going to purposely release these sets 3 months before the American hits, before European, all these other cards, right? That are in these different languages. Japan being a competitor to American, in my opinion, as far as like the desirability of American, right? And Japanese. Will Japanese overtake the American product? That's just the bottom line for the collectors. 95% of the Pokemon community are collectors. One way or the other, you are a collector. If you buy this stuff and you're holding on to particular cards, you're holding on to sets, or you just love collecting cards or sets, you're a collector. And so that is my theory. And we really need to pay attention to the American products for the next year to kind of see like where this is going to go. Because like I said, Japan is already ahead. Japan already came out with Triplet Beat, Snow Hazard, Clayburst. They're already moving on to the next one. The other American set doesn't come out till like what, fall? Japan's going to be already like pretty much done with that set. So what is going to happen when people just want to get these cards as soon as possible? That's the problem. Not really a problem, but it's a good problem to have. Is people want this stuff as fast as possible. And they are going to go out of their way to get this stuff in Japanese. Japanese is a tier 1 product. It's not some dump, right? It's not like in a different language that is not desirable. Japan is where Pokemon originated, right? It's the motherland for anime. It's the motherland for all these, mangas, cards, trading card games, all this stuff, right? Japan is known for that stuff. Japan's economy is known for that. Is Japanese going to overtake American? You have to think. Pay attention for this upcoming year, for the rest of the year, right? I'm going to call it that I think Padilla Evolved is going to be no different than Scarlet and Violet's American product. I think Padilla is going to come out. It's going to tank 20%, maybe even 30%. Because, like I said, Japan's way ahead of the fucking curve. So you have to keep those in mind. Keep that in mind. If I were you, if you're still a collector in Pokemon as far as American product, right? You should probably wait a month on these American products to depreciate very fast, for these products to dip very fast, because that's very fast. It's a very fast turnaround, 4-week turnaround. It's already dipped 20%. If you're a collector, I would not buy these American products off of launch. It's not worth it. Your money, you're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose like 20%, right? Unless you don't care. Like unless you don't care, you just really truly enjoy the product. But if you want to get for, a better price, I would wait. If I was an American collector, I would wait. So when Padilla comes out, I would wait until July-ish to see the price. The price will not go up. It's very, 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 very rare for a new set to come out and a month later the price has skyrocketed. It doesn't make sense. There has to be more data, right? And the data shows that there's more supply sitting in these distribution warehouses. It's not moving in these LGSs. These vendors can't move this product as fast as they thought they could. This is why the price has dipped. Pay attention, know what's going on, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Take it easy, guys.